What's going on, everybody, and welcome to the Hoops with Us podcast. And today I'm joined by a very special guest from the class of 2021, James Graham. James, what's going on, my guy?
What's going on, man? How you doing?
I'm doing good, man. Thanks for asking. So, James, what have you been doing during the quarantine, man? I know everyone's been stuck in the house lately. I know some guys got some access to some gyms, but what have you been doing to stay active?
So pretty much what happened was, all my workouts and open runs, things like that were private.
Mm-hmm.
So, quarantine really didn't really slow anything down for me because, all our gyms are private anyways. So, nothing got shut down for me. So quarantine actually has given me a chance to actually work on my game a lot more and give me a lot more time, just to focus on myself and basketball.
That's awesome, man. That is awesome. So, man, the next question that I have for you is for everyone out there that doesn't know you or never seen you play before, just tell us a little bit about yourself and describe your game for us if you could.
So I know around the state a little bit, everybody, they call me Baby Mello. Because Carmelo Anthony's my favorite player. I play a ton like him. I model my game after his a little bit. In a sense of, isolation, scoring, footwork, pump fakes, fundamental, but at the same time, it's got a little swag to it. Mm-hmm. I love top of the key isolations, mid-post isolations. And at the same time, though, I'm a good enough three-point shooter to where I can, play in the system, or I can come off a screen, or I can, set one. I'm a versatile player, very versatile. That's a lot of coaches say to me. I'm a strong defender. I love to pick up. You might get by me, but I tire people out. That's what people know me as. I get in your head on defense, but I'm a score first type of guy. I love to put the ball in the hole.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome, James. So, man, let's dive into your recruitment a little bit. You have multiple high major offers. The most recent coming from Iowa, Georgetown, Auburn, Vanderbilt, and Michigan State. I know the list keeps going on, but just break down your recruitment for us if you could, and tell us which schools have been in contact with you the most, and tell us about maybe the relationships you have built with some of these coaching staffs along the way.
So, I would say, the schools that talk to me the most are probably, Wake Forest, Maryland, Vanderbilt, Florida State, Auburn, Georgia, and Michigan State. So that's probably say those the 7 schools I talk to a ton. With Michigan State, there's nothing I can say that can change the way I feel about them. They got Tom Izzo. In my opinion, I feel he's the top 5 coach all time.
Absolutely.
College basketball. So that in itself is something that grabs my attention. I talk to him. I talk to Coach Steffens. They have experienced staff and they produce pros and they develop guys. With Florida State, Coach Ham is a legendary coach as well. He's breaking so many barriers. He understands me, being a black man.
Mm-hmm.
Also, Coach CY and them, they're just so energetic and they're so passionate, and that really is attractive to me because I'm a very passionate guy, very energetic. And then, with Wake Forest, Coach Forbes, man, I was his first offer and his first boom. So, being wanted, he offered me a couple days after I got a job. So, there's that sense of that. It's playing time right away. That's what he's telling me. And he went as far as I can come next year. He really wants me. Feeling wanted is great for me. And at Maryland, I talk to Coach Bino and Coach Turgeon almost every day. There is again that sense of being wanted. Auburn, Coach Pearl, the Pearl family is big. Is kind of family friends with mine. They've coached my head coach Nicolay. They coached my head coach at AAU and Jose Winston. And they've coached one of my trainers at Miles McKay. So it's ties to Auburn. And then with Georgia, I'm a big Tom Crean fan. He's a really good coach in my opinion. I love his passion. I love his energy. I love his camps. I heard so much about him, on the Dwayne Wade podcast I listened to. He's telling how hard they are and they're hell. And I love being pushed. I love being developed, and he does that really well. So those are probably the 7 schools in my opinion that talk to me the most right now.
For sure, man. That's awesome. So, James, you attend Nicolay High School. What's it like being a part of that program, man? How they helped develop you as a player? And just give us a little rundown on this past season, how it went for you guys as a team and for you as an individual.
So, playing at Nicolay, last year we won the state championship. We had Jalen Johnson, Jamar Sibley, 5 and 4 star prospects respectively in their class. So Jalen was at the time 3 in the country. So like, playing with those guys and, getting pushed have ultimately helped me play better this season. So this season, I made the jump from like 6 points to 22. So, it was a big jump for me, a big development year for me. And Jalen went to IMG. So in the beginning of the season, it was just me and then his little brother, Kobe. We were just, a dynamic duo type, tearing up our conference. Our first game of the year, we played a really experienced team in Milwaukee Academy of Science, and they're predicted to win state in their division. And everybody doubted us, and we won that game. We beat them by, I think, 10 points. So, it was a fairly decent margin, so things like that. So we just developed. We learned from our mistakes. I think we lost 3 games, and the 2 games we lost before Jalen. The 3 games we lost. We learned from them. You went to practice the next day. We learned from them, and we just kept rolling. So especially like in the end of the season, Jalen did come back. So like before he came back, I was posting up a lot because I'm a lot taller than people in my conference. And then when he came back, I got to play a lot more guard, which is great, for development wise.
Mm-hmm.
But, when he came back, it was a struggle. But at the same time, we were guaranteed another state championship. And ultimately, all I want to do is win. So as a team, we developed really well. And as a player, I developed a ton. I like to work on my guard skills, I work on my big skills. And it honestly helps lead to my versatility and what's key to me and, key to coaches in the recruitment process.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. So for AAU, man, you play with Playground Warriors. Just tell us what it's like being a part of that prestigious AAU program and how they helped you with your college recruitment.
So being a part of Playground has been really, essential in my recruitment, to be honest with you. At my old team, I felt I wasn't being marketed as well as I could. Mm-hmm. So I made a switch. Even though we hadn't got a chance to play a game yet and I haven't got a chance to prove myself to the coaches and stuff, they still would put their necks out for me to these schools. They still synced in my tapes and things like that and really made sure that, I got myself in front of these schools, which was really good to me. And the program is really prestigious. We have a ton of, a lot of great players come out of Playground. Jordan Poole, Tyler Hero, Jordan McCabe. So, there's a lot of really good players that come out of Playground. That's what I have named that list. Being part of a prestigious program means, you're given prestigious expectations. Absolutely. So, we want to make sure we keep it going, keep adding great names to that list, and I hope we can be one of them.
For sure, man. Absolutely. So, James, let's break down your game a little bit, man. You're a 6'8" forward with all the tools, man. You can spread the floor and knock down the three-point shot. One thing that I realized when I was watching film on you, and like you said before, you were a lot bigger than everybody in your conference. So that gives you the ability to post up smaller people that are guarding you. And whether it's your back is towards the basket or you're facing up, you're able to score. You also, like you said earlier as well, you're a tremendous defender. You're picking up full court. You're getting in guys' heads. You're getting under their skin and just doing the little things that a lot of other guys on the court aren't willing to do sometimes. What is one part of your game, man, that you would say goes a little bit unnoticed that a lot of people don't talk about?
For me, it's communication. Being a leader on the court. I feel like it goes so unnoticed, but at the same time, that's not a skill that you're supposed to have that is supposed to be noticed, Mm-hmm. So, in terms of communication, my coach has stressed to me so many times. My freshman year, I was quiet, and I transferred to Nicolay, and he, my coach Al Hansen, he forced me to communicate, kind of. We had to run if I didn't, yell out a play, if I didn't yell out, things like that. Yeah. So I was kind of like forced into that role of being a leader, being a communicator. Whether I'm at the top of the press or at the bottom of the press, I need to be loud. Everybody needs to know what's going on, things like that. In offense too, I can call out cuts, things like that. Or people need to get out of my way so I can score. Or I need to get the ball to somebody. So being a leader and really communicating, is going unnoticed for me. And I think it's because I'm not a point guard. Mm-hmm. Like people, get it confused that everybody can lead on the court, Yes, and not a specific position is the only leader,
For sure, man. Absolutely. Next question I have for you, man, is what are some parts of your game that you would like to improve before you get to the college level?
Yeah, so for sure, for me, this is not, bragging in any way, shape, or form. I feel like I'm just complete. So for me, the next step for me is physicals, get in the weight room, work on my foot speed, agility. That's the next step for me. And of course, I can always say fundamentals, get it. I shot really well from 3, but I can become a better shooter. I can become a better ball handler. I can become a better passer. You can always say that. Yeah. But for me, my next step is definitely strength, speed, and agility, and conditioning probably. But I'm really in shape, so. I gotta make sure I get my body right is next. That's what's next, my body.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. So, James, we were talking about your recruitment earlier, man. The list goes on and on for you of the high major offers, and we broke down some of those. The question I have for you is, do you have a timetable of when you think you will cut your list of schools?
I do have a timetable. So I know for a fact I'm going to commit before my senior year. That I'm going into my senior year to commit. That's everybody's dream. Things like that. I'm going to my senior year to commit. You know, but as of cutting it down, you know, of course I gotta talk to people who I gotta talk to.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that might come fairly soon. You know, my recruitment's kind of dying down a little bit. You know, I'm seeing the schools really want me. So, you know, when I see things through with my higher ups, you know, then that'll come soon too. You know, 1 to 2 months stops, I think.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. All right, James, the last question that I have for you today, man, is what are some goals individually and team-wise that you want to achieve in your senior season at Nicolet?
My senior year, so we won one my sophomore year, state championship. We supposed to win one this year. So now I got to do it without Jalen, man. That's my goal. I got to do it without somebody, you know, is considered top player in the country, I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm.
And I got to win one, you know. This is my, you know, for satisfaction purposes. And then for individual goals, I don't know. I don't really have any individual goals. I really just want to win at all costs. You know, if we win state, you know, we go to Geico or something like that. Well, I guess like an individual goal is saying, you know, you accomplish going to, you know, the nationals. But, you know, I really just want to win. So that's all I'm about. You know, accolades don't really get to me. So.
That's great, man. Well, James, that's all the questions that I have for you today, man. Can't thank you enough for joining me on the show. It was great talking Nicolet basketball and about your recruitment with you, man. I wish you nothing but the best of luck in your senior season at Nicolet, and looking forward to staying in touch, my guy.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate everything, and I really appreciate you having me.
Yeah, no doubt, man. No doubt. Stay safe. I'll be in touch.
All right, great. You too, man.
All right, bro.